Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey, today we're gonna look at Brix from Mr. Pearl and ARCANA. All right, Brix, what is this? This is a trick with Lego figures. We can't call it Lego, right? Because that's a trademarked name. So the trick is called Brix, B-R-I-X. It's a prediction effect. It's a prediction effect with cards. It's a prediction effect with Lego figures. And you have a bunch of cards and they all have different pieces, body parts of different Lego figures, and they're all mixed up and randomly shuffled face up, face down. And then when the cards are spread, the only cards that are face up exactly match your pre-built Lego figure that was in your pocket the entire time. Pretty cool, fun for kids, fun for adults. Let's get into this review. All right, so a couple questions we always ask about all of our Magic reviews, and the first of which is, what's in the box? What's in the box? You get a little plastic, hard plastic, transparent box that has no visible way in. Like, I couldn't figure out how to open it. So I think I destroyed it. I destroyed the box just trying to get it open. I was partially excited to get the stuff out, but also a little dismayed. So my box is destroyed. My box is gone. Inside that, you're gonna get the cards, all the cards you need. You're gonna get a piece of paper that has the link that will take you out to the internet. It'll give you access to a Vimeo video that is roughly 32 minutes long, and of course you'll get the Lego figure. Now let me just say, with the trick, there are two possible Lego figures to get. Only two, and I don't think you can pick which one. I think they just come randomly to you. So it's a mix between Captain Brickbeard, who's in the Lego movie, and then Karina Smith, who is in Pirates of the Caribbean. So it's those two characters kind of mishmashed together. How are the angles on this? The way I do it, there are no angles at all because I do a no palming end. So when I take my Lego figure out, I just pull them out of my pocket. I just say, it matches the figure that was in my pocket the entire time. The way Mr. Pearl will teach it to you is he'll show you the figure on a card, like printed, and then you pop the card and the Lego figure drops out. If you do it that way, then of course there's some palming and some misdirection in there, but you know what? You can do this trick any way you want. Can it be inspected? Everything's fully inspectable. The cards aren't gaffed in any way, and of course the Lego figure can be inspected too. What's the overall quality and production value of the video? Mr. Pearl is seated at a table, card table with a mat. Everything is done in Japanese. He has English subtitles. I will say it does kind of make it difficult to follow if you are an English speaker. Not just because you have to read the subtitles, but because I think even the instruction is difficult, because he's gonna teach you, like as far as what he's gonna teach you, he'll teach you the setup, right? And he teaches you the effect. And as short as the effect is, it really does take the full 32 minutes to explain. Because this is based off of an old principle, and you may already do this card trick. It was the tapestry card trick, where you take a tapestry and then as you roll it, a letter usually forms. And it's usually the letter K. When I learned it, it was the letter K forms in the cards, and every single card in the K is also a king. So it's that same trick, okay? So if you already know how to do that trick, that'll help you a little bit. But really, to learn this trick, and this is how I did it, you kind of have to learn two things. You have to memorize two different principles. First principle you have to learn is, how do I shuffle the cards? How do I roll the cards so that no cards turn over at all? You will have to learn how to do this so that no prediction cards turn up, okay? Then you have to learn how to do it so that only the cards you want turn up. Does that make sense? So first you have to learn it so that no cards turn up. You have to have that principle in your mind as kind of like your base. And then you have to learn, all right, so if I want to make certain cards turn up, now what do I do? And then you kind of have to learn that. And you're doing that in the trick. So on the fly, because every single trick is going to be different, because the spectator shuffles the cards and the spectator lays the cards down on the table. So you have no direction how that goes. Now you could shuffle the cards yourself, you could lay the cards down yourself, but that would look gimmicked, and it's much more impactful if you do it this way. Give it to them, let them shuffle, let them lay the cards down, and they make all the choices. And then when the trick is done, only the prediction cards are face up. So the effect for you to learn is, when you see the cards laid out in front of you, how do you now go forward? And it probably took me 20, 30 minutes to finally, get home and figure out. As far as setup and reset, there really isn't any, because like I said, the spectator does everything. They shuffle, they lay the cards down. You just pick the cards back up and put them in your pocket and you're good to go. So is it well made? The Lego figure is well made because it's a real Lego figure. The cards are probably made inexpensively. They clump together. So when you ask the spectator to shuffle, you ever shuffled like tiny cards? It's already hard a little bit, but then the fact that they don't slide very well, they kind of clump, makes it even more difficult. I took my cards and I rubbed them over my linoleum floor just to kind of scratch them up a bit. And I actually took my fingernail and made like S's and hash marks in the cards just to give them some depth, and they still clump. And so I'm hoping that the more they get used, the more dirt gets on them and kind of makes them separate. And I don't have fanning powder, but you know what? If you have fanning powder, that might help. All right, so positives. What are the positives to Brix? Brix is a clever adaptation of a classic card trick, but with the charming addition of the Lego figure. This is a great close-up effect for both children and adults. Negatives. All right, so what are the negatives? If I was gonna say negatives, I don't like the fact that the cards clump together. I didn't like the fact that the video instruction was so convoluted, but I'm willing to push all of that aside because I love the trick so much. I've already done it for a couple of kids, done it for my own kids, and I always get great reactions. So the trick, I think, is worth it despite the things I didn't love about it, and I'm glad to have had it. Is it worth your money? It's 35 bucks. It is $35. And for $35, you probably should have received better cards, in my opinion. But like I said, I love the trick, so it's fun to have. Who would like this? People that want to do fun close-up effects, especially effects that use interesting props. The first thing that comes to my mind is like tiny plunger or any of those fun little props that you get from Royal Magic. Like if you have any of those like little fun, small pocket-sized, plastic-looking like oddities, I think this fits right in there because of just the bright colors and the uniqueness of the plot. It's a fun trick to have in your pocket. I love it. All right, so that's everything I can say about Brix from Mr. Pearl and Arcana. I want to thank Murphy's Magic Supplies for allowing me to have this so that I could do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it wherever quality Murphy's Magic products are sold. Thanks, bye.